Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast series where I talk with people that have cracked many of the toughest exams in the world. So today I have Yash with me. So Yash, can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah. Hi, I am Yash Bhutada. Currently, I am studying in IIIT Hyderabad, uh, Electronics and Communication Engineering. I'm BTech third year right now. So that was
Okay, nice. So Yash, what was your JEE mains rank? If
my
you could,
JEE mains rank. Yeah, my JEE mains rank was 2,450.
okay. So I think that would be around 99 percentile plus, right?
That was 99.73 percentile.
Okay. So you got into IIIT Hyderabad through JEE mains, right?
Yeah,
So did you give JEE advance?
yeah, I gave JEE advance.
And so could you please tell your rank in that as well?
My JEE advance rank wasn't as good. It was 5,300
Okay, that's
something.
still pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah. So I just wanted to talk a bit about your background. Like, how were you as a student before this JEE era? Like, were you just
Okay,
really studious, or what was the scene?
okay. So being very honest, I was a bit studious since my school days itself. Uh, I had got some 97% in my 10th boards. But JEE journey was something new for me because I hadn't done foundation as such of any kind, like in 8th, ninth, or 10th. I had started my journey in 11th itself.
Okay, nice.
So,
So like you're good in academics, but you hadn't really started this JEE journey, right? That we see like
yeah,
some people start from seventh or eighth standard, and then
exactly.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So what was your reaction like once you got the result in JEE mains? Like what was the reaction you
Okay,
had?
so JEE mains result actually since we had two
Yeah.
shifts, as you can say, June and July shift.
Yeah.
So my best score was for June shift, the first
Okay.
shift. So that day result had been declared at around 4 a.m. in the morning. Like
Oh
at
yeah,
least
yeah.
I had seen the result at
Yeah.
4 a.m. Yeah. So the thing is, I was very happy because at that time I didn't know my all India rank, but I just got to know my percentile because it was the first shift.
Yeah.
I was extremely happy because I was expecting somewhere close to 99 percentile, but I had got 99.73 percentile, which was much more than what I had expected. So I was really happy at that time.
Okay, nice. So did you have this like why did you give JEE? Like if you want to answer in one line that why did you think that
Yeah,
JEE is the
so
best for me?
I loved solving physics and maths problems, basically engineering problems, also chemistry to a certain extent.
Okay. So you had this interest in you. So how
Yeah.
important is having an interest? Because there are many people that are just giving JEE for the sake of giving JEE. Like they're not really
No,
interested
for
in them, and even after like joining a coaching or doing something like that, they're still like I don't know. They're preparing like tenth or something. Like they're not focused on the concept. They're rather just focused on ki I have to give JEE. I'll just treat it like an exam. So did you treat JEE just like an exam, or was it more like you were interested in PCM, so you just wanted to deep dive sort of in PCM and give JEE after that?
you ask my opinion, I would definitely prefer the second option that you should really focus on the concept rather than just focusing on the exam. And for this, I had also given various like different Olympiads, like chemistry Olympiad, math Olympiad, and physics Olympiad. So the thing is, if your the passion is interest driven, it will definitely take you a long run. But if your passion is just like what everyone is doing, bas वैसे ही करते हैं, it won't help you in the long run.
Okay.
So it should be interest driven rather than just doing what others are doing.
Okay. So in most coachings, you have this entrance test, right? After 10th or
Yeah.
whenever you want to join. So how were you at the start? Like how did the journey begin for you? Because for many people coming after 10th, it's like really tough. Like the level sort
Yeah.
of increases, right? So how was it for
Okay.
you?
So initially I had given this Baklava entrance test in December 2019 or something. I don't remember exactly when I had given. So I got selected in Wizards batch initially through the entrance. But when the coaching started, I did realize there was a good amount of gap between these foundation students and the new students. Like initially, I did face a lot of difficulties understanding the concepts because these guys already had a good head
Yeah.
start due to the foundation. That
o-
was the initial journey.
Okay. So initially, how are you doing in like in most coachings they have tests, right? Monthly or something
Yeah,
like. So how was your
yeah.
like first test? Like what was your rank in that if you remember by
Okay,
any
so
chance?
very honestly speaking, it was pretty bad. Like out of 1200, my average rank was something around 400 or 500, if I'm not wrong. So
Okay.
my initial rank was pretty bad.
Okay. And what was your rank like? Do you have any idea what your rank was like overall in Barkley Wall in JEE means? Any idea?
Okay, JEE mains, it was around 30, if I'm not wrong, 30 or
That's
40.
pretty inspiring because many people they're
Yeah,
just like scared from the start. कि like
yeah.
everyone around us knows everything. मेरे को तो कुछ आ ही नहीं रहा है. Like I don't even
Hmm.
know the basics. How can I improve? So as Yash said, he had 400 rank in his first test, and in the end, he got a rank of 30 in the coaching and rank of 4,000 all over India. So that's quite inspiring. So talk
2000, 2450.
yeah 2,000 sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Just talking about your general journey, was there some time when you felt like you just wanted to quit? Or what was like the lowest point in your journey when you're like, I don't know if I can clear this exam or not?
Okay, what I won't say exactly I wanted to quit or something, but there were like times when I did really get bad ranks in B tests also, like whatever our coaching tests were. So I did get rank of 600 or 700 also in some major test. I felt upset, but I definitely didn't feel like quitting.
Okay. So
Yeah,
was there
that.
any mental tool or something like that? Suppose like someone scores bad. So what would you advise them like mentally? Because many
Okay, so
people just break down.
hmm, so the most important thing to keep in mind is like don't take these tests as serious for like your mental health. Try to keep these tests as like tests of practice, more of practice rather than just treating them as the actual exams. That was the main key because again, since uh, our like entire JEE preparation was done online,
Yeah.
there were multiple factors playing role in these ranks also. Not to matlab, never to forget there were cheaters and online tests as well. There were like major other factors playing role in your tests of coaching. Don't focus on them. Like don't focus on the rank much. Focus on the mistakes that you are making and try to improve your mistakes rather than just being sad about any particular test score.
Okay. So, what would you do after a test? Because it's quite important to analyze tests, even during the
Yeah,
end. Yeah,
yeah.
what would you do?
So what I did was, I had maintained a book where I used to write all my mistakes that like even if there was a silly small calculation mistake and if it was that frequent, I used to write that down in a book and I used to refer that book every day in the morning itself and before every test. So that helped me like at least avoid those silly mistakes which I was making throughout these tests in my coaching days.
Okay. And I just wanted to talk about consistency because I think in J it's quite important rather than studying 10 hours one day and then nothing the other day. It's more important to
Hmm.
give a certain amount of time, whatever
Yeah.
time you want to devote. So, how do you maintain consistency? And is it more of a time game or is it more of a goal game that I have set certain goals? Ki I'll study this topic today. I'll do n number of problems. Like, what was your approach?
Okay, so my approach was mainly goal based rather than time based. Of course, you need to set a certain amount. Yeah. So regarding the consistency, my approach was mainly goal based rather than time based. Of course, you need to set a certain, I would say, threshold amount of time कि minimum इतना पढ़ना ही है एक दिन में. Let's say 3 or 4 hours apart from the lectures, whatever you have. And above that, how much you want to go is dependent on the goal that you have set for that day.
Okay,
It was mainly that.
okay. I wanted to talk about a different topic. How important is physical activities, or like what should one do in breaks? Because you can't study the whole day, right? And it can't be like
Yeah.
you're not doing any physical activity, you're just studying, because that would have a bad effect overall on your mental health.
Yeah,
So how important is it to just like go out and just chill
yeah,
out?
it is. Yeah, it is quite important to just refresh your mind and body. I used to do that every evening when my lecture used to get over. So yeah, it is quite important to freshen up your mind, because otherwise, what would happen is your mind gets clogged with I don't know, like most of the data, and you can't just keep on studying until your mind is fresh enough.
Okay. So what would you do? Like just go for a walk or something like that?
I used to play usually like whatever badminton or football or something. Yeah,
Okay. From playing, I just remembered a point. Did you have like a friend group? Because I think in JEE, if you're just preparing alone, it's kind of daunting because like you're just 16, 17, right? So was
yeah.
there some sort of friend group you have, like JEE related friend group or something apart
I
from?
had, yeah, I had a JEE related friend group, but again, as I said, since our batch was mostly online, I didn't study in group as such. I almost studied alone every time. I used to ask doubts to my friends, they used to ask me doubts. That was there, but there wasn't any kind of group study as such. Like you're coming in group and studying together.
Okay.
It was mostly alone.
Okay. Uh, I wanted to talk about chemistry because it's like a subject that if you do well, you can do very well in JEE, because in math sometimes what happens is that you can make a calculation error or something like that, right? But in
Mm.
chemistry, typically inorganic chemistry, it's just that if you know the facts, you can do well in it. But
Yeah.
what happens is many people, I don't know, they kind of get irritated initially that there's no logic in this. You might have heard that, right? It's more
Yeah.
like it's not like math, right? It's like more concrete. So, how did you
Yeah.
tackle inorganic chemistry, and why is it important if it is important?
Okay. So first thing, students need to accept the fact that whatever they are doing, they have to do it. They don't have any option of leaving in organic chemistry as such. So in the beginning itself, you have two options: either cry and study, or just accept the fact and study. So I guess following the second option is the best. Just accept the fact that you have to study and study whatever you hate. I mean, this is for the topics that you hate
Yeah,
or like you don't want to study basically. So what you can do is try to for inorganic chemistry try to study it every day, try to read at least some part of it every day, every morning. Don't miss out on any day, I would say. Like at least do some part of it or something, but don't miss out on it. And regarding the importance of inorganic chemistry, it is highly important, at least for JEE mains. Even for JEE advanced, the questions are straightforward. And yeah, what inorganic chemistry basically does is it gives you a time boost.
yeah,
So it saves a lot of time. So let's say on an average, you require some 2 or 2.5 minutes to answer a question. In organic chemistry, you can answer in 30 or 40 seconds if you directly know the concept, and you can utilize that time to a lengthier math or physics problem.
mm,
That
okay.
is the advantage that chemistry gives.
And how did you handle exceptions? Because in inorganic chemistry, sometimes we get tempted away, right? This question's really easy. You mark an option, and then after that, we remember, oh, that was an exception or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So regarding exceptions, as I said, you need to read almost every day. Over the time, if you even start like at the end of 12th or something, not at the end of 12th, at the middle of 12th or beginning of 12th, if you read every day, you will definitely able to cover all the exceptions and topics easily by JE day.
Okay. So by reading, you meant NCRT and your notes, right? Both of
Yeah,
them? Okay.
yeah.
Okay.